restart of the Challenge Cup?
Yeah, I think the team, obviously, I think the break was much needed for everyone. So I think, getting that recharge and then coming back was really great for us. Obviously, 4-day lead into this game, so not a ton of time to prepare, but we've obviously played Chicago quite a few times this year already. So I think that we're ready and recharged. So I think we're really excited to get this Challenge Cup rolling.
Questions?
What opportunity does a break like this with just Challenge Cup games away from the regular season provide to you and the team?
Yeah, I think the Challenge Cup in this break is really good. Obviously, with the World Cup players gone, it's opportunity for new players to get, a chance to play, and for new faces to kind of get their shot. But I also just think it's more building moments with a larger portion of the team. Obviously you get to rotate players. So I think it's a really good opportunity. Obviously there's good money involved as well. And it's a fun way to continue playing while we're also promoting the women's game for the World Cup.
In this past week, did you have a chance to just take a break and just do like a mental refresh or physical refresh? Was that nice?
Oh, it was great. My sister got married, so I don't know how much of like a break that was, but it was good to see my family and be home. So you don't get that many opportunities when you're playing. So I think a lot of people went home and saw their family. So I think that's so good for us to get the opportunity. But yeah, it's fun.
You guys got that win right before the break, a regular season win. Did you kind of feel that momentum carry through the break when you guys come back to training off of a win like that?
Yeah, definitely. And I think the kind of the motto for us this year has just been taking it game by game and not really looking too far ahead. Obviously, like the playoffs is something that we're reaching for, but I think you can only do that if you're focused on the week at hand. So I think that going into the break, we were obviously excited and happy, but I think now we're back to just the same thing of like, let's get this done and keep moving on.
How have you seen, you talked about the younger players who are going to get more opportunities with this World Cup, taking some players away. How have you seen the younger players respond to that and that excitement to get more opportunity? Yeah,
I think it's such a big opportunity and such it's honestly really incredible that's, some of the younger players get a chance, but I think a lot of people have taken it in stride. I mean, you see Kayla, had an assist in the last game and was absolutely incredible. So I think, those types of players are going to get a lot of minutes. And I think that's really important for them and important for our team as well.
Chicago's coming out of 2 wins and 2 clean sheets. They've had a rough beginning of the season, but they seem to be pulling it together a little more. What's been working for them and what are you expecting to see from them in the upcoming match?
I think obviously in this league, anything can happen. And I don't think any team is out, so to speak. And I think you've seen that with Chicago. I think that they're a really gritty team. And I do think they're really hard to play against. They show a lot of heart, even when, it's not a perfect ball or a perfect pass. So I think that that's something that we will have to consider and keep in the back of our minds that it's going to be quite the battle. And I do think they have a lot of quality players, even without their World Cup ones.
We have a question on Zoom. John, you want to go ahead?
Lauren, just 4 wins and 3 draws across all competitions in your last 8 matches. As you mentioned, you got a short break. Do you feel like that you're in good form? You're top of the group in the Challenge Cup. Do you feel like that this match is coming at the right time for you? And also congratulations to your sister.
Thanks. I'll let her know. I do think obviously this is a really great time. We obviously got the win coming before the break. So I think this is a really good moment to just carry that momentum on for the rest. And this is the back half of the season. So it's obviously really important to continue our upward trends so that we can continue the push to playoffs as well. So I think that these Challenge Cup games are really important for us.
How important is it to keep your back line plus Jay together during the period where you have so many players missing from the World Cup?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Obviously, like I feel like we've done really well this year as a back 6. So I'm really happy to have that crew and with them staring at Jay. I really like you back there. No, I think it's really good, honestly.
You're someone who had to adjust to a new position over the past 2 years, but it seems like you've kind of seamlessly really gotten used to it. Have you come to like playing that position and when did that kind of click over you?
Yeah, so obviously I played a little bit of everything last year, but no, I actually do really enjoy it. I think it's been quite the opportunity for me to learn more about soccer, honestly, which I think is kind of crazy that there's so much growth even at this level. But yeah, I love it. I think it's really incredible to have like Abby and Carson back there as well to just help me. They're much more experienced than I am in those positions. So I honestly have learned to really love it. And it's a fun way for me to learn more about myself as well.
What have you learned about yourself as a defender, I guess, when you fully dive into it? And you still get some attacking opportunities here and there, but what have you kind of learned about your game from making that transition?
Yeah, everything. I think I've worked on my crosses a lot more, obviously being in those wider spaces, and just I think I've just learned a lot about positioning defensively and offensively of when I can go forward, when I can't, when I can jump, when I can't. So it's a lot of just positioning at that point to help myself in transition in an offense.
You do win quite a lot of defensive headers. Is that something you'd say about yourself?
No, I will say I'll pat my head on the back of that one because I am only 5'1", you know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a timing thing, and to have people in front of you that are winning a lot of the first balls, it makes it easier to win the second one. So
Is 5-1 official, or is that just what's in the media you got? It's like,
I don't know. So 5'1", that sounds about right.
A lot of heart.
Useless to me.
Any other questions for Lo? All right.
Thanks, guys.